So I'm gonna just start with a poem by Hafiz, and this is definitely one of my favorite ones. And I think you'll agree with what we've just been speaking about what this poem is saying. The sky is a suspended blue ocean. The stars are the fish that swim. The planets are the white whales I sometimes hitch a ride on. The sun and all light have forever fused themselves into my heart and upon my skin. There is only one rule in this wild playground. Every sign Hafiz has ever seen reads the same. They all say, "Have fun, my dear, have fun in the beloved's divine game. Oh, in the beloved's wonderful game." So there. We're going to have fun because we all are in our own game. Let's widen our sitting bones apart. Hug our heels in, press out of our feet. So as we root, we rise upward. Our shoulders roll back. Our front ribs go back. We just want to feel our breath. Just feel our breath moving through the body, from fingertips to toes. Energy flowing through us. And just with your eyes closed, imagine this energy has a color. And it's your choice of what this energy is for you today. Feel yourself as you root into your sitting bones, bringing space to every vertebrae as the body lifts upward. Your shoulders gently roll up to your ears and back. Your skin softens against your muscle and bone. And we connect to that greater part of ourselves, that place deep within that loves, honors, trusts, and accepts who we are today. Let's bring our hands in front of our hearts, and together we'll do the sound of Om, the invocation, and the sound of Om. Take a deep inhale. Om. Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Satchitananda Murtaye Nishprapanchaya Shantaya Niralambaya Tejase. Om. Bow your head to your heart to honor your spirit. On your inhale, lift your head up. And on your exhale, release your hands to the side and gently open your eyes. Good, so let's come onto our mat. And if you have a block, let's grab it to put right in front of your seat. So widen your sitting bones back. And you can have your cross, whether in Sukhasana, crossing at your calves or at your ankles, whatever's more comfortable. And then just roll those inner thighs back and root yourself into your sitting bone. Take your block, and what you're going to do is place your fingertips on it. Now we want to make sure we stay rooted into our seat. So as we push the block forward, don't take your hips off your mat. If your hips are tight, sit on a blanket. Okay, you ready? Take a deep inhale. On your exhale, just push the block forward, and we're folding from our hip, right at the top of our thigh, not from our lungs. You're just pushing lightly away. And when you reach your edge, just bow your head to your heart. Take that breath and root into your sitting bones. So you want to maintain the natural curve in your lower back. Try not to lose that. Take a few breaths here, pressing back into your sitting bones. Good. And then on your next inhale, pull the block back into your body. Good. Now, whatever foot you have in front, let's everybody do the same foot. Let's everybody bring their right foot in front. And then what you're going to do is just put your block to the left, to the right, and place your fingertips in front. And you're going to turn your torso to that knee. And we're going to do the same thing, root into your seat. Now, it's this left hip we have to make sure stays rooted. Take a deep inhale. And then on your exhale, just push the block away. Take it as far as you can comfortably. Keep getting that outer hip back on your right side. And then bicep to ear. Hug your heels in. Stay rooted in your left hip. Let's take a couple of more breaths here. Keep moving that left torso over to the right. And then come back to center. Good. And then let's go to the other side and change our cross. In front of the left knee now, take a deep inhale. On your exhale, push the block away. And then just get that right hip to come forward a little bit, but keep rooted into your sitting bone there, and then bicep to ear. Full deep inhale, full deep exhale. Full deep breath. And then on your next inhale, pull the block in. Good. And then it's back to the middle. You should be the opposite foot in front, left foot for me, left foot for you, I think, and then come forward again. Keep rooted into the two sitting bones. You want to feel the space in your vertebrae. Good. And then come back. Slide back. Very good. And then just take your block and put it to the side. You might need it later. Good. Let's come into a down dog. And just do a little catwalk, stretching it out. Full deep breath. And then let's bring our right foot forward. Hug in. So you're squeezing the top of the thighs together here. And if you want, the back knee can be down. We're going to hug in, and we're just going to do a simple twist. So you can place your hand on your sacrum, stack your shoulders, and then you can bring your fingertips to the sky and open your heart, but really hug into that midline. Squeeze that, really like you're scraping that right heel back. See if you can feel that. Beautiful. Good. Exhale and release. And come into a down dog. And then let's bring our left foot forward, hug in. And we're going to squeeze the top of the thighs together. Scrape your left heel back. Take the whole right side of the torso over to the left. So your shoulders are stacked and you lift your fingertips to the sky. And really hug, hug, hug into your midline. Keep hugging in. Beautiful. And then exhale and release. And let's come back to a down dog. And let's just bring our both toes to the left. So then bring your heels towards the earth. Doesn't have to reach. And then back to center. And then both heels to the left. Do a little pulsing. Get that left hip, just lengthen back, that whole left side of the torso to lengthen back. And then come back to center. And let's bring our right foot forward. And left knee down. Good, so squeeze the heel and the knee together. And let's bring both hands on the inside. So here you could walk your foot over to the right, to the edge of the mat if you want, or you could just bring your toes in towards the front of the mat. And we're gonna hug the heel and the knee together and put blocks here if you need them. Keep hugging in as you release your forearms down. So keep squeezing into the midline and scraping this heel back. When you scrape your right heel back, you'll even feel that it'll go all the way up your leg. So the outer right hip is going to give more space to the right side of the torso. You'll feel that. Full deep breath. Hug it in. Hug that knee. Now get that left knee and scrape that left knee towards the right heel. And you'll feel this outer left hip come forward. You should be feeling this, guys. And then if you want, you could lift your back leg up. So the left leg is up now. Now stretch the left heel back. Whew, feeling it? Good, breathe. Now we're gonna go for the gold here again. You can keep this forearm down. You can bring the knee down, whatever feels good. And we're just gonna twist. Just stack your shoulders. Oh boy. Say hello. Hello to your hip. Good. Whew. Release. Down dog. Nice and slow. Whew. Left foot forward. Right knee down. Hug in. Scrape the heel and the knee together. And then same thing. We're going to come toward the inside. So we're on the inside of the foot. Once again, this foot can walk over or the toes could go to the corner of the mat. Remember to always honor where you are today. Now keep hugging the knee and the heel together. And when you do that, it's like you're squeezing the toothpaste tube. Your torso gets longer. And then you bow. Keep hugging into your midline. And keep breathing. Full deep inhale, full deep exhale. And then if you want, you can lift that back knee up. When you do, press that heel back. Now squeeze the top of the thighs together. Everyone should be really happy hips. Good, and then, woo, here we go. Take your hand to your sacrum. Bring your shoulder up and back so you're stacking it. And then, here we go. Oh yeah, that's a happy hip. Really good. Beautiful, and release. Down dog. And let's just do a little catwalk. One heel and then the other. Stretching it, heel, toe, heel, toe. And right foot forward. And let's pivot the heel down now. Hug into the midline. And we're just going to do elbow to knee, hand to hip. Hug it in. Fingertips in front, plug in, bicep to ear. Now root into the back foot and feel your back inner thigh rising. Scoop your tailbone. Beautiful. Exhale, release. Down dog. Left foot to the top. Pivot the back heel down. Hug in, elbow to knee, hand to hip. Breathe. Squeeze those heels together. Open your heart. Plug in and bicep to ear. Keep squeezing into your midline. Good. Exhale and release. And down dog. Let's come into an Uttanasana. And then just bend your knees slightly so your torso is resting on your thighs. Breathe. Hug in, and then fingertips in front. Bring your palms together here. Breathe. Bend your elbow. Take your left elbow over to the right and twist. Now keep rooting into your feet and then stack those shoulders. Breathe. Whew. Hug it in, hug it in. Oh, this is fun. Oh, yeah. Good. And come back. Second side. Right elbow to the outside of your left leg. Oh, boy. That's it. Good. And release. Hoo-ha. And bow. Take a breath. Down dog. Do a little catwalk. Full deep inhale and a full deep exhale. Bring your right knee to your right wrist in Ekapada and walk. See if you can walk your back foot back a little bit and hug in. We're going to scoop our tailbone here and fold. Bowing our head to our heart. Now, what I'd like you to focus on here is hugging your knees together and feeling this outer right hip stretch back. So feel that outer right hip stretch back. And as you hug in, once again, feel the torso get long. And then you can surrender and bow your head to your heart, but you're still hugging those heels and knees together. Your feet are very active. Feel your heart surrender. It is the only part of you that is really at ease. The body's muscles are engaging right now. And we're stretching that right hip back. You want to feel that. You can have your hands or even the forehead on the ground. It's really what works best for you. And we want to just stay with our breath. Now make sure as you, that back foot, that left foot, that the heel is not going to the left. You want to keep that foot super strong. And then keep hugging your knees in. Keep hugging those knees in. Good. Hoo-ha. Oh yeah. And then we're going to slowly come out and come into down dog. Nice and slow, guys. And then bring our left knee to our left wrist and hug in. And you want this right hip to come forward. So scoop your tailbone, grow, and fold. Now, once you're folded, look at this foot of mine. It's scooching back. Can you see it? I'm scooching my foot back as much as I can. Then I'm going to give a hug. So my two knees are hugging in towards one another. Full deep breath. Now this is, you're going to feel this as much as you put into it. It's like what you put into it, you're going to get out of it. So the more I engage those muscles to lengthen, I hug those knees in, I squeeze the thighs together, I elongate the torso. And once I feel like, yeah, that's it, then I'm going to bow. But that doesn't mean I'm on vacation. I'm still hugging in. I'm still connected to my knees hugging in, my heels hugging in, my torso getting long. Now, everybody scoop your tailbone and walk your right foot back even more. See if you could scooch that right foot back. Keep hugging in. Good. Here we go. Down dog. All right. All right, so the next thing we're going to do, before, let's do a little like hop in here, a little walk with our knees going to the right and to the left. All right, so now we're going to come on to the little toe side of our left foot and bring our right foot halfway up. And then I'm going to turn my torso. This is a big hip opener, but you've got to get those shoulders open. Now, if you're here in this, you're not, you have a weak wrist, come on your elbow, see? You could do that. And then open up. There's always ways to get around a part of your body that says, not today. So we're opening it up, we're rolling this shoulder back, and we're lifting our hips up, lifting our heart up. Yeah, oh yeah. Exhale, release. Whew. Let's try the other side. So come on the little toe side of your right foot now. Bring your left foot halfway up. And once again, you can come on your elbow. Oh yeah. Keep squeezing your heels together. Keep hugging your thighs in towards the midline. Oh, that feels so good. Beautiful. And release and come into a down dog. Good, right foot forward and back knee down. So hug your knee and your heel together. And we're going to come up just for a moment. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to stretch my quadricep. So I'm going to bring my left hand down and lift my right leg up. Then I'm going to turn my torso to that left foot and grab it. So I've got my left foot. I'm going to go on the big toe side of it. Now what I like to do is bring my hip back to it. Kind of like gets that quadricep ready for me. And then I'm going to squeeze, hug in, get long. So my knee comes forward and I can come down to my forearm again if I want. And then turn the torso to the right. And you're hugging in. Everybody with me, right? No one's on vacation.
What knee are we on?
I'm on my left knee.
Left knee, right knee
foot forward.
Right.
Yep.
Left leg. Okay.
Right foot forward, left foot back. I bent my left knee.
Okay, got it.
I'm not going to hold this much longer. Kind of done holding this one. And release. Woo! All right, let's do the second side. Down dog. All right, here I am. Left foot forward, right knee down. Hug in. Squeezing the heel and the knee together. Then get long. I'm going to turn my torso to the left. I'm going to bend the left foot. You see my foot back there? I'm going to grab the big toe side. Boom. Bring my hip back, because I like to do it. You don't have to. And then twist. It's like a little twist. Then I can bring the heel in and press it out. If being on my wrist hurts, I'll come down on my forearm. Breathe. Oh, yeah. There you go. Just have to hold it a few more breaths here. There you go. And release. Whoo, down dog. Let's do another Ekapada. Right knee up. So my right knee behind my right breast and squeeze. Hug in. And once I feel good, I'm going to start scooching my left leg back and hold. That's good. Now hug those knees together. Hug into the midline and breathe. There you go. And then you can surrender. Just keep hugging in. Keep your body active. Keep hugging your back shin in, your back heel in. Keep squeezing your knees together. And then we're going to inhale and get long. And walk over to that right knee. Boom. Over it to the right knee. And now bow to it. We're bowing to our knee. We're squeezing the knees together. We're active in our feet. And we're bowing. You should be feeling this in your right hip. You're surrendering to that greater part of ourselves. We're doing the best we can. We're facing a challenge. And it is in that facing of the challenge that we get strong so that we can be in our playground and follow the rule to be happy. That is why we are here. We are here to be happy. We are here to be loved. We are here to learn. Good. Come back to center. Let's give it a breath to bow one more time. Feeding those hips. Good. Down dog. Oh, yeah. And now we'll do the other side, bringing our left knee up in front of our wrist and squeeze. Get long and fold. Keep hugging into the midline. Keep squeezing. Now make sure that what is behind us is super important, right? So hug those heels together so that our shin doesn't bow out. We want that shin to be super aligned to the heel, to the knee, to the hip. Good. And now we're just going to walk over to our left knee, hug in, squeeze, and then bow to it. And the more I hug in, the more I scrape together those two knees, the more I'm going to feel my left hip. So it is whatever you put into this practice, you will get out of this practice. That's life. I almost want to break into song now. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Good. Come back to center. Down dog. Do a little catwalk. Let's do one more. Let's bring our right knee. Now we're going to do two more. Hug in, sorry, and fold. Breathe into it. And then scoop your tailbone and let's just walk up for a minute. And I want you to really hug in and see if you can feel the hip points hugging in towards one another. Scoop your tailbone and let's just stretch up in this pose. Bringing a lot of space in the vertebrae. The hips get super strong here. Hug those knees in. And you could have your hands on blocks if this is something that is, you know, too little too challenging today. Good. Down dog. And then second side. Hug in. Full deep breath. So squeeze those knees together. And we'll fold first like we did earlier. So you want to keep, whenever I fold, I want to focus on bringing a lot of space to my vertebrae. So I get that tailbone scooping. I feel the lower belly lifting. I feel my front ribs going back. So even though, you know, even though we're focusing on one part of the body, the whole body is supporting us. And that's something we want to really focus on and understand. The whole body is doing this practice. And making sure this back shin is hugging in, the heel is hugging in is super important. Then let's come up, engage that core, and lift our hands up. Full deep breath. Good. And release. And let's come into a down dog. Little catwalk. And then one more, I promise. Right knee to right wrist and hug in. We'll first fold over the hip, making sure we scooch that back foot back, then we hug our knees in. Good. Scoop your tailbone. Good, and then just walk your foot. I mean, not your foot, sorry. Walk your torso over to your foot. So you're walking your torso over to this right foot, right? And you're gonna bring your elbow in front of the toes or into the arch. Bring your palms together and twist. Now hug the knees in, don't forget. Feel your top of your thighs working. Full deep breath. Oh yeah. And release. Down dog. Okay, left foot, left knee to the left wrist. Hug it in and fold. Keep that connection to oneself. Breathe. Then we're going to go to the foot, right? We're turning to the foot. We can bring the foot up a little bit. We're going to put the elbow in front of the toes or in the sole of the foot. And then roll our shoulders back. So we're nice and stacked. Our heart is open. We're squeezing into our midline. Full deep breath. Woo! Breathe. Oh, beautiful. Yep, that's it. One more breath. And release. Let's take that right foot and we're going to bring it over to the left for Ardha Matsyendrasana. Good. Everybody good? Everybody's feeling their hips? Root to rise. And then we're going to take our left hand to the outside of our right knee, get our shoulders up and back, belly, chest, shoulders, neck, and head. And then if you want, you could even take your elbow to the outside and twist. And breathe, full deep breath. Open it up. Beautiful. Slowly coming out of that twist. And then change sides. Get long shoulders back, hugging. Hug your heels in. Front ribs back. And we're going to just twist over now. Belly, chest, shoulders, neck and head. Over to the left. And then once again, you can bring your elbow there and hug it. Oh, that feels good. Good. And come back to center. Beautiful. Let's release our legs out to the side. Now, get those inner thighs back. My feet are super active, and I'm going to hug into the midline with my big toes. The heels are hugging in, but they're going to stay wider than my toes. I want to feel right here, my inner thigh muscles, and get those inner thighs back. And then just bring a little scoop to the tailbone so I can feel my lower belly lifting. Press into my fingertips, lengthen my torso long, roll my shoulders back. Now, once again, I didn't say it, be on a blanket if it feels better. You want to always, you want your hips to be lifted if you need them to be. And just breathe for a minute. So let's take a deep inhale. Feel like the breath is creating a big flower right at our collarbone area. And then on the exhale, feel how the root of the flower goes deeper into the dirt. And place your fingertips in front. Keep hugging, keep feeling those inner thigh muscles. And we're going to fold right here, right from here, not from here. Scoop your tailbone, feel your lower belly. And then we're just bowing. And you can bring your forearms down if you can, otherwise just be here. And then you just bow your head to wherever you are today. Now here, may have that tendency to get lazy, so just give a big hug in from those heels. And then see if your heart can soften a little bit more and bow your head again. Keep breathing. Now, inhale, get long. Let's take our right hand over to our foot. Now, if it's not touching, that's okay. If you're like this, you're going to just be here with your hand there. If your elbow is down and you could grab your foot, you're going to do that. You're going to hug in and take your left hand to your hip, but remind your left shoulder to roll back. See the difference of being like this or being back? This is going to give a tremendous amount of space between your hip point and your underarm, right at the shoulder. And then bring your fingertips to the sky, plug in. Now you're going to just lengthen bicep to ear. Keep hugging those heels in. Hugging the heels in is going to really help you get this pose. And what you want to do is get this whole torso to open. So sometimes it's better not to go for the foot because you see there's a little bit of collapse there in me. It's much nicer if I do it this way. Hug those heels in. Good. And then come up. And let's fold. Let's just go right back to that fold. And breathe. Root into that seat. And then left hand to the inside of the left foot. Get long. Hug in. Root into your sitting bones. Shoulder begins to go back as we take the whole left side of the torso to the right. Plug into the back of the heart, bicep to ear. Maybe one side could be different. Maybe this side you have a little more space, but it's way more, it's such a more beautiful pose if I'm really exposing, really revealing my heart space instead of closing it up. Which I do when I touch my foot. See, that's kind of more beautiful this way. Oh, that feels so good. And then inhale and bow again. As we just bow. Hug those heels in. And then inhale. And let's walk back and let's bring our hands behind our back as we bring our feet forward and just do a little bit of this. Good. Take that extra skin. Get long. And let's take our right foot. So my left foot is super active. I'm going to just floss this right hip by just bringing the heel back towards the right side. And then flaunt the foot where I'm just hugging the heel in and pressing out of the metatarsal. Bring the foot back as much as I can. Now I'll bring the foot either to the top of my thigh or heel to groin. The most important thing here is my knee is not like this up in the air. So if your knee is up, please put a blanket or a block underneath it. Now this leg is straight in front of me. And then I'm gonna, boom, get those inner thighs back, scoop my tailbone, and now I'm gonna turn to this foot. This is just a simple turn. Frame your leg, hug in, and then just begin to start coming forward. Bend your elbows and plug into the back of the heart. Keep that tailbone scooped. Now, if you have the flexibility to take your right hand to the outside of your shin, hug that shin in. But keep your left elbow plugging into the back of the heart. And then Janu Sirsasana, you just bow your head to your heart. But you, of course, just like anything, we stay rooted and connected. We don't just let it go. So keep that torso long. Try to maintain the natural curve in your lower back. And it's a complete surrender once you're here. Now, don't get lazy. Scrape your heel back. See what happens when you do that. So scrape that left heel back into that left hip. And you'll feel a little bit of a movement back there. Good. And then inhale, look up at your foot and slowly begin to rise. Perfect. And let's change sides. So get that extra skin. Grab your foot and let's do a little flossing. Floss that hip back. And then flaunt, and then heel to groin or foot to thigh. And then grab the extra skin. Good. And then get nice and tall. So torso in line with my leg now. Framing my leg with my fingers. And then I'm going to hug in. I'm going to grow out of my waist. And bow. If I have that flexibility to grab that shin, hug that shin in, or to the foot, bring the, if you're at the foot, take that outer foot and bring that in towards the hip. And here we just surrender. We're just surrendering. Good. And then come up nice and slow. Let's bring both legs out in front of us. And grab that extra skin. Sit tall, up on a blanket if you need it. So we know we need a blanket, right? If we're like kind of collapsing here. We never want to collapse at the lungs. All right, let's just Dandasana, palms together, plug in. Let's bring space to that vertebrae. Lift all the way up, 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 up. Feels good, doesn't it? Bring space to that back. Root to rise. Active feet. Sitting bones rooted. Everything's working. core is active. And release. It's almost too much fun, isn't it? Yeah. Good, let's take our right knee over our left and then our left knee behind it. So I'll face you like this. Good, so here, this is Gomukhasana, cow pose. So you can think of your feet as being the hooves, not the hooves, the horns. Yeah, so you know how much to listen to me, huh? Oh boy. So now if you have a strap, have it close by. Let's just twist first. So here we're going to go twist, and we're going to even try to maybe go into a little bit of a deeper twist. We're going to bring our elbow to the outside if we can. We're going to go really deep and twist, and if you can bring palms together. Oh yeah. Beautiful. And come back. So stay here in this and grab your strap. Put the strap in your left hand, plug it in, bring it to the sky, bend your elbow. Try to get your elbow behind you. You know, you do the best you can. And then take your right hand, plug that in, and you're going to go around, and you're either going to grab your hands or you're going to just grab your strap. Now, as you're doing this, you really want to be active in your hips. So keep hugging your heels in. Keep hugging your heels in. There you go. Keep breathing. Full deep inhale, full deep exhale. Beautiful. And let's go twist again. So take your hand, let go of the strap if it's on a strap. And now we'll just do a simple twist. And come back to center. Beautiful. Change sides. Get your sitting bones away from the flesh back there. Breathe. Good, and let's just twist here. So remember, the first twist, let's try to go deep. Bring your elbow, if you can, get that belly over to the left. And then twist. The twist feels good, I think. So I hope it feels good for you. And then come back to center. We'll take the strap again. This time we'll put it in our right hand. Plug it in and lift it up. Bend the elbow, bring the elbow behind you. So get that elbow behind you as much as you can. Take your left hand, plug that in, and then walk up that strap. See if you could grab your fingertips. Get long. So it's really, if you can roll the left shoulder back, you'll get higher up on your strap. And breathe. And then slowly release your strap, and let's twist one more time. And come back to center. Good, beautiful. Let's bring your right shin perpendicular to the top of your mat and take your left foot either to the base of your thigh, or you get your block and you put it on your block in front of you, in front of the knee, okay? Do not grasp the pose. Try to do something that the body isn't ready to do. The knee is super important here. We have to work the foot for the knee to feel good. So please do that. If you need to get 2 blocks, use 2. I don't care. Just don't let that knee get affected by what you're trying to do. And then grab that inner thigh and roll it back. We're always hugging our heels in now. We should feel this right here in our hips. We're going to get long. Now, this may be enough. Maybe you're already feeling enough. If you're not, you'll begin to fold from your hips. You can place your hands on the metatarsal of your foot and press the foot and the hands in towards one another. Get long and then fold. And this energy from the feet goes right into those hips. So that's why you want to, that's why I like to press my foot into my hand and my hand into my foot. Because I can feel that. Good. Boom. Come on up. Breathe. Don't stop. Don't move. Don't do anything. Grab your strap. You're going to put the strap around your left foot. This right foot is going to stay as active as possible. And you're going to bring the knee into the chest. Now, as the knee comes into the chest, make sure your heart comes forward. And then let's stretch that foot up. Hug in. Use the strap. If you're a little tight, bring the strap to your heel. That will remind you to hug it in, and then you can press out of the metatarsal. And lift your heart up to the sky. Good. And release. And let's do the second side. So you're going to place your foot. Oh no, let's floss it first. I think that helps. And then put the foot over. I'm a little sideways so you can see the other part of here. Hold that metatarsal. Get long. If you are going to fold, make sure you're well rooted into your seat first. And then you hug the foot and the hands in towards one another. And then you bow. Beautiful. And then inhale, get long. Slowly come up. Here we go with the strap. We're going to put the strap around the foot. So like I said earlier, you could put it around the heel. Get long. Stretch it out. Full deep breath. You're still trying to elongate this outer hip so the torso stays long. You don't want it to be all bunchy and crunchy. Both feet are active. Beautiful. And then slowly release and bring it to the side. Good. Let's just sit for a minute. We're going to do one more twist before Setu Bandhasana. So this is Sukhasana twist. It's very simple. All right. Parivrtta Sukhasana. Take your hand behind you, left hand on your right knee, and twist. And come back. I like to always change the way I'm crossed. And let's do the other side, right hand on left knee. Beautiful. And release. So let's bring bring your feet together in Supta Baddha Konasana, and you can bring something behind your back if you want to for now, or otherwise you're just going to lay back. We're just going to hold this for a few breaths before our Shavasana. So just breathe into the whole body. If you need blocks underneath your thighs, just put them there. That's fine. But it's our final surrender now. We're just getting ready to really be with our pulsation, with our breath. Just be here now on your mat, surrendering fully. The skin is soft. And whenever you're ready, just release your legs for Shavasana. The total surrender